What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Penalty Box Radio, brought to you by Power 108.9, coming to you live from the Battery, the home of the 2021 World Series champs, the Atlanta Braves. What's going on, gentlemen?
Good morning. How are you?
Welcome back, Jesse, from your cruise.
Look how happy my friend is.
Yeah, he got laid back for about 4 days on that cruise, huh?
Yeah, chilling.
It was a blast.
Chilling.
Happy.
It was a blast.
Chilling.
He's ready to go back to bed right now, dude. Look at
Dude, honestly, that's funny that you guys say that. The only time we nap as a family is when we go on cruises.
Really?
Because you guys know,
Because
you guys know like how the sun
the sun
beats you. If from the time you wake up, you eat your breakfast at like 7 or whatever, and then you're out in the sun for hours until 1 o'clock, and then we do the early dining at 6. So from that time between like 2 and 4 and 2 and 5, we all go back and we just like snoring like crazy, and it's awesome.
Did you have a room on the inner, or did you have ocean view?
We had a balcony. Like,
yeah, because if you ain't got a balcony, if you're in the middle, like if you're doing it cheap,
it's so dark. Oh
You
no,
know
those are the
time
best
it is.
ones to sleep
Yeah,
in right
no
there because
time.
there's
No
like,
concept
you
of
don't.
time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Rachel and I were saying that too. It's
Dungeon.
like, remember then? It's like
Yeah.
we'd wake up and be like, oh crap, we missed dinner. Like,
But it's okay
But,
because
yeah.
they have plenty of other stuff
Oh,
to
the
do.
room
my
service
God,
on the
they
cruises
way
is
too
dope.
way
Room
too
service
much
24
food.
hours a day. Get the sandwiches. Yeah.
Way too much food, and and ice cream at 2 in
Yeah,
the
that's
morning,
great.
pizza at 3 in the
Yeah.
morning. Oh god, yeah,
love
we were
it.
like, ate way too much damn food.
That's the whole design of stuff like that, man.
The
It's
cruises
do
just to
stuff
eat.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was great. It really was.
Well, welcome back, man.
Absolutely good to be back.
How you doing? Yeah, you see everybody Yate the Great get a little shave on there.
Hey, he looks
Springtime's
smooth, man.
coming.
He looks great.
Uh-huh.
Mom just texted me as soon as we went on, and she said, "Love your beard."
Oh no, dude, he
'Cause
looks
you
like,
shaved.
but he looks like he loses like.
10
I think
pounds?
he keeps. Yes,
Yeah.
he goes. It's like that. His like crackhead transition phase. He's like. He gets all like skinny, but then when he gets tan
Dude,
in the
winter
summertime, he looks
football,
beefed
winter
up again.
football's over. Spring training's coming. We got to look clean cut. And
Gotta
then
Hey,
Oh,
listen,
man.
you know, the one thing that he doesn't do is he doesn't do that. Like, you
know.
always keep yours short. You never woofed it out like Josh does it. You
Because
do it.
mine looks,
Yeah.
it looks. You know how you said yours grows in like patchy.
Yeah.
Once mine gets to a certain length, like Yater's beard it's like I like to say like distinguished. It looks
Yeah.
good. Like the
got a
man,
man beard,
Yes,
huh?
yes, he has what I call a man's beard. Me, I've got like the like.
You
it
got
looks
one.
okay.
You
but if
got
it-
one.
Yes,
Doesn't
I
matter.
got-
Look, you got one.
But if it gets to a certain length like his, I'm just like, how the hell does he just keep it? So, and I know he doesn't sit in the like putting stuff on it or
Nah,
nothing because
it's
he's
natural.
a hillbilly, dude. He just sits there and it just grows, but it's perfect. He's got the chiseled chin. He's just he's a handsome young man, but his beard
They call
he's got a good beard.
where I'm from. They call your setup. It's an Audubon beard.
What?
Audubon beard.
what is that?
Audubon on a goat's ass.
Oh, you asshole!
Hey, it's funny if I take pictures sometimes with everybody. I always get shit from back home about when you ever gonna grow a beard, Dennis? Because I'm the only one in the picture 9 out of 10 times is clean shaved.
Yeah,
I mean, who else do we know that is?
strictly business.
Yeah,
Strictly business.
that's what I tried it, but I can't grow one.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
Like when I look
Trip
at you
ain't
as
trying to hear that shit anyway.
CEO.
Yeah, she ain't trying to hear that shit. You ain't
Michael
growing
Lester said,
nothing.
"Good morning." Didn't recognize Daniel with the beard trimmed.
Every year, man. You know, it's almost time for spring training. Get it cut up, ready.
I
to
got
go.
8 years younger. Made my wife feel like she was married to a spring chicken.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I felt like I was dating a cougar. You know, it's kind of cool, guys. It's kind of cool.
He said it's kind of cool. Man.
What else is new, man? I
great.
mean,
That's
this is
great.
the only time we really get together. The Super Bowl's over. Football's over for now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's never over, but the season's done.
It's that
Yeah.
weird it's that weird lull like in between
No man's land
big
right
sports,
now.
you
Yeah.
know. I bet you guys follow basketball. I'm not a big basketball follower.
Nah,
You guys do
dude.
follow college basketball and stuff like that.
It's been rough this year. I mean, I've been keeping up a little bit, but
You've got
I
a
mean,
new
yeah,
baby,
and
school, work.
March Madness starts in a couple days. You know, we could dive into that. For
Where are they
next
doing
month.
that? Where are they doing that this year?
Not
Where's
sure.
The Final
The
Four.
Final
and
Four,
all
I'm
that?
not sure.
Everywhere.
Well, no, I know
No,
they
the
jump
Final
around, but where
Four,
they usually
man.
pick it. They usually pick the Final Four to be somewhere, don't they?
Look it up.
Oh,
Like a
yeah,
city?
yeah. No, I don't. I honestly.
I thought you,
can't.
dude. I thought you followed. Kentucky must not be doing great.
No, we're
They're
having-
all right. They're 29.
Let me look.
Nah,
I'll
we're
look
out
at it.
this year.
You're on the bubble.
That's a topic for a different day. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
out this year. It's been.
We gonna talk about that because ain't nothing else to talk
disappointment.
about right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
2023, it's
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
be.
Tell us where it's at.
Hold on.
You
Where
want to
will
know
the
how
final?
Kentucky's doing? Ask
Houston.
My mama. Ask my
Okay.
mama, dude.
Oh,
She'll tell
Houston.
you how
Houston's
we're doing.
probably a really good venue. for
COVID
that.
took the Final Four from us here in Atlanta. Remember?
Yeah.
Supposed to be there that
Yeah,
there, and it was
we did
canceled.
get robbed of
We were
that.
going, man.
Yeah.
Then we got
Remember?
robbed at All Star weekend. And
That'll
all
be
that
back.
All-Star
That'll be
week.
back.
I know we
All
they
that
owe us
stuff is
that
over
one.
now.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that.
That's true. That
We
is
hope
true.
anyway, right? All right, let's do this, gentlemen. We ain't got much on this piece of paper, but we're gonna try to talk about some. Gabe's like, before I get into this, Gabe's like, what are we gonna talk about this weekend? I don't know. Let's talk about elevator cages.
No, you.
That's what he did.
Here he
No, he
goes.
really did. He really did say that. Man.
Here he goes.
So it's a hot topic right now in the
I
state
said, dude,
of
I got a
Georgia.
spades tournament to get to. That's the least of my worries.
Yeah.
man.
Why did they do this to us, man? I
Why
don't
do
know,
they?
brother.
Why do
I
they?
don't know.
I don't either.
So.
I don't either.
Anyways, let's get going here. Are you or someone you know in trouble with the law, or do you need your criminal record sealed? Do you want to get off of probation early? Do you have a personal injury case or a speeding ticket, or you need a will? If so, reach out to Tracy Tripp Hoffman at TT Attorney. You can reach her at 770-240-1014 or at tracy@tt-attorney.com. One of these days, I swear I'm going to memorize that, and I ain't got to read it no more.
I'm waiting for that.
Take a while.
Yep. Or, but if you ad lib it and design it the way you really want it to, did she write that or
No,
did
I
you
wrote
be on-
that. No,
okay,
I
then
wrote
you
that.
should be able to remember that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
You don't want to.
I got enough stuff to memorize right now.
I know you do, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? I need all the help I could get. I'm reading something, dude.
Yeah.
You know? No, give her a call though, man. She's out there doing her thing. You know
She
what
is,
I'm saying?
man.
Grind.
Dude,
Grind.
I think at least once every 2 weeks I see someone standing there with
With
a
a big
old
check.
check. I love it. I'm like, nice.
She's out there getting big old checks for people,
That's
right?
so cool, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Absolutely.
Get
man.
me a check.
I'm not getting nobody a big check, man.
Look,
Except
get
Dennis, you know?
no,
That's what I was about to say.
get me a check, hon. That's what we're saying.
Get him one.
You should have let that tractor trailer run you off the road. No, thank you. I like my body.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I like my body.
I'm gonna take the easy
Said
way.
I
out
like my
now.
beard. I like being able to shave my own beard.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hon. Go spend it all.
Don't worry, we got $1 million check, but you can't move anymore. Right? No, thank you. You guys got anything? Go ahead. Gus.
Yeah, I got some shout outs. Want to start with first off, let me say happy birthday to my boy Dennis. Haven't been on since, he had another trip around the sun.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That right there was a Rachel and my decision. We kept it low key because we were getting ready to go on the cruise. We didn't want to be around a bunch of people and end up not being able to go on the cruise because we ended up getting like COVID or something. You know what I'm saying? So
Whatever. Yeah.
That's what we decided to do. So we went.
But
to
y'all
the-
know you
That's
did
your
forget
decision.
that day.
I didn't
You forgot.
Forget. No.
Everybody forgot that day.
No.
Super Bowl Sunday was my birthday, man.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Your birthday was on
Oh,
the
it was on
Monday.
Monday.
It was, yeah.
You still
come
could have gave
on.
me happy birthday.
I did. I've got a text message where I told you happy birthday.
They didn't
And
do
I
it
hope
on
you
the
have a
show,
great
Mike.
day.
They didn't care.
I wanted to get you in there, man.
Well,
'cause
thank
love
you.
you.
I
I
appreciate
wanted to
it.
get you in there, man.
Thank
'cause
you.
I love you. But anyways, moving right along, I want to congratulate my wife on 13
1-3?
years. Yes,
1-3, look at that.
She's officially in her teens. She's a teenager now.
She's way older than me.
Go. That,
Honey, like it's your birthday.
Congratulations, Rachel. You
Oh,
mean
yeah.
the world to me. That's amazing. And then I do want to tell my mother that I love her very much. We lost my Uncle Alan 2
Sorry to hear
days
that.
ago. He had a heart attack, passed away. And she's taking it really, really.
Her brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy I'm named after, Jesse Allen.
Oh, wow.
my Uncle Alan, yeah. He taught me how to fish, taught me how to bowl. He's had like numerous 300 games. He's just a good man, and
Sorry for your loss, bro.
I appreciate that. But I really want to send a lot of good energy to my mother and my aunt Lisa, my Uncle Eric, and my grandmother. She lost her son. You shouldn't have to bury your children, but it's unfortunate. And love all you guys. Didn't mean to bring it down, but
That's all right, man, because I follow you, dude, and I bring it right back up.
there you go.
I bring it up, dude. So I'm going to get me and Mike McFadden in there.
There you go.
And we already know McFadden.
the,
he just,
the real MVP. And
I'll do it.
Yeah, man. Come on. Where's the?
I'll do it. There it is.
There it is. The crowd goes wild.
He had to find it.
My guy's in there mixing it up, dude. He's so
Yes, he
busy.
is. Yes, he is.
It's rare that he misses something, so we'll give him a pass on that. I want to
Yeah,
get,
it's all right. It's
I
all
want to
right.
get Dennis in there too, man, for passing that app stat exam.
I did.
know how hard that was. dude.
Boom, baby.
I know.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
man. Dude, you pass that. He
Nah,
passes
dude,
everything.
listen, this class is
Dude, yeah.
rigorous.
Oh, sure.
He very rarely complains about classes that he takes in college.
This one?
But he has complained about this class so many times.
It's so tough. Do you mind?
Yeah.
It's so tough that every Tuesday and Thursday we have an 8 p.m. class, so it lasts until 9:15, right? This class is so tough. There's a group of us that leave that class and go over to, well, it used to be the library, but it closes at 11. We go to the academic center where we can scan in and out and get a conference room. We're there till like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
The real committed ones.
Yeah, after that, because this class is rigorous. This professor, she's to the point. She's a beast. I call her an animal. She's an animal, man. Everything's done on paper. A lot of app stats done in Excel. She'll teach you the Excel part, but you will write it out. The formulas, the problems. Some of them you don't even solve. Just give me the model. I don't want you to solve it.
Like, this class was so hard for him. That professor tried to convince him to drop that class.
She said, if you're taking more than 3 classes on top of mine, you will fail my class. So I met with her personally during ad drop week, and I sat down with her after class and told her my life thing, what's going on. What do you think? What is your opinion here? On a professional level, sitting like me and Yate, like, you know, just to get to know her and be like, hey, what do you think I should do? Because this is going to, I know it's going to be rough. Like, talking shit. Like, she's like, yo, you will fail my class. I've had people fail me 3 times in a row because they don't put in the work. And she basically was like, you know, are you ever going to use this again at work? I'm like, not the way that you do it, because we have software today. We will plug it into the software and we make it work. Like, imagine my boss coming to run these numbers for me. I'm in there doing it on paper. He's like, what's taking you so long?
What are you doing?
Yeah, like, but she wants you to have a deep understanding
Of what it is.
So she was like, maybe you should take an easier professor. She even offered me to drop her class, but continue to come to her class, but I couldn't take the exams to prepare myself for the next semester when I would take it from another professor. So she's actually down to earth and pretty cool. So I went home, talked to the wife, you know, talked to a couple people like in the network at school. What do you think? Talk to the wife, and Tracy's like, look, if you drop it, you're going to have to take it again. You pick up another class. Just take it up to your first exam, and if you don't do well, just drop it. Even though you paid for it, you can still withdraw from it without getting a bad grade. But you got to pay for it again. And I just put in the work, man. Challenge accepted, basically.
And you did it, dude.
However you say her name.
Did she say anything to you?
Who, the professor?
Yeah,
No, she said you did very well on your exam, but you didn't get an A. And I knew I didn't get an A because there was one question I called the dudes at school or whatever that I did this question at least a week ago, and it was almost the same question, just set up a little bit and shorter, and I ended up messing it up during the exam. Brain fart, and I knew it when I left. I still got 14 out of 22 points on that question. Cost me my A. So, animal.
Hey, it is what
But no, grinding with her, it's getting harder, but yo, this class is crazy, bro.
Good for you, dude.
Beast mode.
You see how much it meant to him?
Dude, no. That's what I'm saying. School with him, it just, when he talks about it, he gets me like pumped up, like, yeah.
All that other stuff, writing, papers, that's for the birds, man.
Yeah.
We're moving numbers and moving them around. Let's go, baby. I just like it. It's challenge accepted. So we'll see what we do on the next exam's April 4th. So I got 2 more exams.
Grinding.
Then spring break.
Spring break's in a week, so
Good.
It's in March.
Get you a little time off.
There's no time
Get 2
off.
weeks, a week?
No, just a week. You don't go to class, but I'm sure you got shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
But thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That's awesome, man.
Even though I was still beating myself up, man.
Yeah.
But I'll be all right.
I'll be happy with
I'll take that. Yo,
Dude,
dude,
I would have been
seriously.
happy with a C.
Listen to me. You know what her C? I know we're getting off track. You know what her C is in this class? It is a 64. You know what a 64 is in any other class?
It's like a
a
D,
D.
right? Yeah.
In her class, it's a C.
It's an R, ain't it?
Because it's that damn hard, right?
What do you mean an R?
He doesn't mean shit.
Like, hold on a second. Am I missing something here?
Come on, man. You know him. He's going to try
A
to.
64
Is it him?
as a 64 is passing in her class. That's how
you know it's
curved
hard.
down it is.
That's how
I got
you
a
know it's
Q
hard.
one time in high school.
Dude, this
Quality,
dude.
good.
There was listen to me.
He said a quit.
There were students in this class coming back, looking at their exam, getting 30s, 40s, and 50s, bro. I was like, ugh.
But you did it, man.
But no, see, that's the thing. Is
Tough.
like that's what shows. Like
I've been there
that's
before,
the
though. I
perfect
bombed.
example of when
Exams.
you put in the work.
Yeah.
You will get the result.
And shout out to my wife, man. Very supportive, dude. You know, we got a baby.
Well, and that's
3
what's
months
ama-
old,
and that's
doing
what
all the
I-
work right now because she's like, go do your thing, man.
I love that
understand,
about you guys,
right?
Because
Shout out to her.
She remembers when she was going through all that. You'd have dinner made every single night. You were grinding, working your butt off, made sure you catered to her, and now she's doing the same for you, even though she's out there working and taking care of the. That's a testament of.
Yeah, even the professor afterward was like, "You have a very supportive wife," because what other, marriages were like, some of them may not accept that. Like, I'm not going to be home this semester at all. Like, this is where I am, where I'm locked in a room upstairs. It's total understanding. So shout out to her for being supportive.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Because that shit's tough. So anyways, forget about school, man.
All right.
But are we really going to forget about it? Or
no, but we're going to talk about the school that I go to here in a little bit, though. Bet y'all didn't know anything about that, huh?
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, beast mode.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the NFL a little bit.
Alrighty.
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs on winning the Super Bowl. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35. The Chiefs outscored the Eagles in the second half 24-11. Patrick Mahomes wins the second Super Bowl, second MVP in the Super Bowl. Andy Reid wins his second Super Bowl as a head coach. Free agency's next month. The draft is in April. What are your thoughts, man?
I guess those curses, Andrew, we were all talking about last. They were all broke, right?
Gone.
The coin toss was broke, and the MVP curse was broke, right? Mm-hmm. Me personally, I think it was the best Super Bowl I've seen in a long time. A lot of people were like, it's boring. It was this. No, it was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a long time. For one, everybody that watched it was enjoying watching that thing, that football game. You got the Chiefs and you got the Eagles. I believe everybody enjoyed that football game. Mm-hmm. Alls I heard, it made me say, and I know he's going to have something to say about it too, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but everybody that night, that call this, and bad call. No, dude, if you go ahead and solidify and get 4 more touchdowns, then it doesn't come down to one call.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You're talking about the holding call.
Yes, I get how you want to microscope in on that one thing or whatever. No, dude. I saw calls on both sides that were, it's the Super Bowl, dude. Mm-hmm. It's the Super Bowl. It's a whole different thing. There's way more breaks, way more breaths in between. The officials are starstruck too. It's like their biggest game they're ever gonna they're ever gonna officiate. Yeah. So they don't want to mess something up, dude, because they've seen on YouTube people's lives ruined. I'm dead ass. Yeah. Like with the day and age that we're in, with all of the platforms and the social medias, I'm telling you, you get a wrong holding call on something, dude, you will never officiate again.
The goon squad.
Like, you got to move before your plane lands. Your family's got to move out. Your kids are already out of school. Yeah. Don't mess around with the wrong team.
Philly especially.
Exactly. I promise you, someone already had death threats by 6 a.m. that morning. So that's why they were like leery about, I get it, I can't say that I've ever officiated a Super Bowl, and I don't know what it'd be like, dude. It's just one of those things. But I thought it was great. Hats off to Patrick Mahomes. I know you guys were watching the game too. I saw a couple different plays where he looked like he was in pain.
Oh yeah.
Like pain. Like I'm hurting right now.
I thought he was done again. Remember when he got up? I was like,
I did too. When
again.
he was limping off, I was like, that's a wrap.
But that's the difference between being good and being great, right there.
And fight,
you come and you grind,
and grind. Yes. But hats off to Andy Reid as well. I thought it was a good Super Bowl. I really did. And then for it to come down to, what did I say that Sunday? Come down to the kickers. You know, and that's how it ended up. I didn't the beginning of it. I was like, oh, the kickers ain't gonna be involved. The Eagles are about to trounce them. But it was wild. Could you imagine if he would have missed the kick? That's where my mind goes. Like, damn, dude. That changed his life is going a different way now. You miss that kick and then your team loses, and in overtime it's a wrap. There's so much pressure in professional sports, dude. So much pressure
on that level. What's your thoughts, man?
I mean, that game was tremendously fun to watch. I was the only one out of everybody that predicted the right winner.
You did. Yes, you did.
We'll give you that.
Hats off to
Sam Mahomes is going to get his second, man.
He did.
Get myself in there.
Congratulations, man.
No, congratulations. You did get
that.
Hell
yeah. Yeah.
They were talking shit too. Like, hey, y'all counted us out. Nobody predicted us to win.
I mean, they did, dude.
Yeah. You think twice about that from now on?
I'll also get old Andrew in there a little bit because we were sitting there watching that first drive.
Oh, yeah,
for the
dude.
Eagles,
And he called it.
He called Boston Scott.
He
Yeah,
almost
he did.
scored. He almost
No,
scored.
he did. Yeah, they called it back.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
called it back, and we were thinking, how do you? I mean, how
Out of all the
how
people.
do you? Yeah, how do you call that?
That's the person you pick.
Number one, out of everybody they have in the backfield, Miles Sanders. It
Yes.
could have been Jalen
Not
Hurts.
Boston's. That's the last one I'm thinking.
Yeah.
One of those
'Cause he
off the
knows-
wall.
Well, because he
things,
knows
man.
Sanders is going to be the workhorse.
Yeah.
And then they're going to
Yeah,
give him a
B-Scott
breath.
gives him
So
a
that
little
was
bit in
smart thinking on his
Thank
end. but
God they gave it to Kenneth Gainwell because I damn sure didn't want to give him credit for getting that right.
I know you.
He did though.
He
Got
did
called
get it
back.
right though. Like
Yeah. That was a gutsy call though that he had.
way gutsy call.
Can you imagine if he really put money down on it and they called it back?
Oh yeah, he'd have been
Just
sick.
so mad.
Oh,
Sick,
dude, that's
Yeah.
one of those ones you probably bash. You see people on YouTube bashing their TVs over.
Yeah.
That's one you bash your TV over.
So I can say that I also said it's gonna come down to Philly's everybody thought
Oh, that
Philly's
was horrible
defense.
performance.
Philly's defense was going to win that, No one really. I mean,
They
sure,
didn't get
they
one
know they
sack
got
They
in the
good.
didn't
Super
step
Bowl.
up.
Zero
Dude, they
sacks.
did,
Zero.
Dude, they did not step up whatsoever in that
Zero,
game.
Philly. What are you doing?
And Kansas City's defense has been horrible all year, and they showed up.
Yeah.
They showed
in the
up.
second half, they showed
Yeah,
up.
no, where you need to show up.
Yeah.
That's where they showed up.
And I'll also get Sprayberry High School's
Yes.
Jarek McKinnon
That's
Yeah.
so
in
cool.
there for what he did.
Oh, at the one-
the
we had a
end of
1
that
yard line?
game when he
He
was
went down instead of
Went
scoring a
down.
touchdown on the Super
'Cause-
Bowl.
You
Is
know
that-
how much humility that takes?
Yeah, compared to your ego.
Yes,
Woo,
dude. Because like
'cause
forever,
You may
and
never get that
ever,
opportunity again.
Ever.
You will have a
Ever.
stat that said I scored a touchdown
In
in
the
a
Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
and he didn't
Nope.
on the stat line, but he made the most important
Important
play
play.
of that
Yeah.
game by going down and running that clock out so that they could get the W. I truly believe that. And as far as those calls go, man, that was the most. That officiating crew called the most penalties in the NFL for the entire season on a weekly basis. So the fact, dude, that game could have had a lot more penalties called in
Absolutely.
it.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And when the DB that the penalty got called on comes out and says they
That
made the
was a
right
hold,
call,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was holding.
Yeah.
He did his job. Like, man, when we say this a lot in here is you can never blame a game on a ref. Truly.
No, absolutely.
Unless it was in the NBA with Tim Donaghy.
not. Yes, that's the only time.
Hey, you're taking it back, dog. Then maybe some shady shit was going on there.
But
There was a
man,
lot of shady
Yeah.
shit going
Dude
on
went
that
to
time.
prison for that stuff, man.
What about the fumbles you had? What about
Yeah.
the
Yes.
interceptions you
Yes.
threw? You know,
Yes.
things like that.
They
You know,
all
you
forget
can't-
that.
Yeah, you cannot blame.
Yeah, the turnovers are what win games, man.
Yeah,
If you
man.
put points up after the turnovers.
After the turnovers, if
Yeah.
you can, yes, exactly. If you can solidify.
I
something
mean,
out of it.
you were going against quarterbacks like Danny Dimes and Prescott, during the season. And
Yeah, they did have the
your-
weakest path there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, like, when you play an elite quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, that's
You
what
got
you
tight ends
get,
like
man.
You can't turn the
LC.
football over.
He is resilient. He can avoid your
He's a
pass rush. He
playmaker.
knows when to get rid of the
He's
damn
a
ball.
playmaker.
Man.
He's a playmaker.
And
that's what he does.
I think
That's what
that
he did.
turnover cost them the game.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's
That's
the,
what everyone said.
It's the only mistake that I seen.
You talking about his fumble?
Yeah, with that type of game
Yeah.
and that type of magnitude was a game difference.
Sure.
Like, because they scored a touchdown off of that.
I didn't see anybody saying if he wouldn't have fumbled the ball, that game would have been different. It was they made a horrible call at the end, way to make an awesome
Yeah.
game shitty at the end. No, man, like don't
They didn't.
fumble
Yeah,
the ball earlier.
don't
in
fumble the ball and
game.
get points off of it. And that was the
and
mistake
that's what
that
they
he made.
did is they capitalized on that turnover. That doesn't happen right there at the end zone.
On
Eagles
top of
are the champs.
The simple fact they're not talking about the Eagles' defense of, dude, you got outscored in the second half. Dude, the Chiefs scored 17 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Right.
Like 24-11 in the second half. You were blowing them out in the first
and that's
half.
what's crazy is the Eagles defense had so
Oh, they're
much
nasty.
time to rest. Like
It's one of
during
those
that
things-
the whole process, it's like, dude, you can't be gassed right now.
It's hard to sack a quarterback when they're mobile.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
you're right.
some would say it's easy, but it's not, man. Patrick Mahomes is a different
no.
animal. He's getting out. He's getting through. He's getting rid of the ball quick. He moves fast.
And he had something to prove. I felt like watching him play in that game, like he was trying to prove something.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
Well, I mean, like I said, it goes back to the type of quarterback he is. You know, the type of quarterbacks they were used to being able to get home on aren't good at reading that defense and knowing the guy that's going to be
Yes.
open
Yeah.
that you risked, you know, bringing to the house. And Patrick Mahomes can do that.
And explain to me this. I know you guys saw it too. Why the hell are you leaving Travis Kelce wide
Listen,
open?
they don't leave him
They
open.
don't leave him open. Nobody
He
could cover him.
gets open.
Dude,
Nobody in
I
NFL
don't-
can cover him.
But dude, you
Nobody
gotta
can.
put two guys on.
Even
him.
if you
had
do-
three.
They had three, dude. You can't cover him. He will tell you himself, and there's analysts out there to say no matter how many bodies you put on this dude, he's going to get open.
Nasty. He's not Travis Kelce. I know you're not watching, but if this
Nasty.
ever is on YouTube in 10 years from now,
Nasty.
you're nasty.
Yeah.
You're nasty.
It's like Jordan. You just got to let him
Yeah.
get his.
Dude, if you
Right?
look at the
Yeah.
He always
coverage-
got open and got his shots, but you just got to let him get his.
Yeah, look at the coverage on him.
Shut everybody else down.
and then just watch him run his routes,
Boom.
dude.
Yeah.
And he's big old. And he's a big old. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, how are you not on him right now? He looks like me running the bases in softball. He does.
he just has that
He knows
repertoire
how to. He
with
knows how to.
Mahomes.
He knows how to get away.
that when all the cards are on the table, throw it to 8-7.
Oh
dude.
yeah, dude, they're in the hotel rooms like running plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, that'll work.
dude, that's the difference maker, man. I mean, you know,
They've got
Gronkowski
chemistry.
and Tom Brady.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
got
they were the same
chemistry.
way.
They were nasty together too.
I'm saying, like, you have that relationship with a elite receiver. I mean, the dude's a receiver. He ain't a damn tight end, man. He's,
Oh, yeah,
he's
just-
just a big receiver.
Big-ass receiver.
That's the way the tight ends are coming in.
Hey, he's a
today.
ladies' man too, dude. He's got a lot of with Travis. We see you. Them ladies love you, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a lady slayer.
He got to beat his brother too. You know, that's cool.
God, what did his
Dude, I
brother?
felt bad for
What did his
their
brother say
mom,
to him after the
dude.
game? Fuck you, congratulations.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but that's
brother.
literally what he said to him. Right?
And his mom's outfit, where she
Yeah.
was half Chiefs,
Half and half.
Eagles.
And they asked her, "Who are we going for?" The offense.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, hats off to the Eagles, though, man. They're there.
Oh yeah,
Good
they're definitely
game.
there.
They stood toe to toe with them.
Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah,
coming.
they did.
They're
They just
coming.
came up short. And they got
They're
the
young,
fifth
man.
pick in the draft this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Off of a
isn't
trade?
that crazy?
They're
Dude,
young.
they were
I'm
gonna be
telling you, you need to watch
loaded
out
up.
for the Jaguars this year, dude.
Well,
Oh,
even
they're
the,
coming
I'm
too.
telling you, dude.
even the Eagles, though, man, where they were just at, and they
Yes,
got a
you're
top
right.
10 pick this year in the draft
Right.
Yeah.
off of a trade.
Nasty.
Cincinnati's
Nasty.
coming.
Who
It's
did
going
they
to be
get their-
exciting. This next NFL season's going to
Who
be
did, who got
exciting.
their pick? It was from Seattle. Where did the Eagles
No,
get that
Seattle.
pick?
It was Seattle.
I think they did get Seattle's pick. That's why they're up in the top 10.
Yep.
Or not Seattle, somebody. I got to look at the draft.
It was
'Cause
a
the
sw-
Eagles
they
got
did
a
some
top
kind of swap
10
with somebody,
Yeah, top
and they
10
got a top
because
10
of a
pick.
trade they got this year. So
I
they
thought it was. I
didn't
thought it
say
was
that.
Seattle.
I don't know. I have to look. I don't remember, but I know it's definitely from.
But there
somewhere. It's
were
not
two
theirs,
Spraberry
obviously.
kids in that Super Bowl. I know you got.
Yeah, one for the
McKinnon.
Eagles and
That
one
was
for the
that was
Chiefs.
that was amazing of him, like you said. Like,
Yeah, Trey Sermon was the
yeah,
other one.
that's pretty cool. Right here in
Yeah.
the backyard.
Yeah.
And I know my son's coming up in that football lifestyle. That same coach.
What's he
that
gonna
coaches
do,
all that.
man?
Oh, I don't know.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Time will tell.
I was eating supper with Michael Needham.
He played with all them
2 weeks
boys
ago. Yeah, he played with McKinnon.
Yeah.
and he said that dude has been like that since he's
his whole
known
life.
him.
Just
Humble?
just a team
Yeah.
player.
Some
He
of
said
them
he's
are like
been
that to make it.
forever.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So it's not. Like
I mean,
they just
because I don't know if
found
you've watched it. Like he's been traded, just here and there and stuff like that. So that possibly could be his only shot at that.
it. Yeah.
And he chose to
He got a
do it for
ring.
the
It don't
team.
matter.
Hell yes, he did.
Probably get paid too.
Oh yeah,
A little bit
he'll
because
get
he's
paid.
good
Yeah.
naturally. So
He'll get
he'll
paid.
get paid.
What does that
And he'll
mean
definitely
about
get paid
Pacheco?
when he.
Huh?
What does that mean about Pacheco?
Let's go back to Rutgers.
Oh yeah, he's going
No,
back,
I'm
he's
just
going back to Rutgers for sure. For sure.
No, he's quick too. So we'll see how he fans out this year. Coming
Oh, being a
up.
running
He's
back.
going to go
for
back
the-
and take an NIL deal with
Yeah.
Rutgers.
Yes, yes. But
Probably the
the thing
most
is
expensive
being a
ever,
running
right?
back with the Chiefs, it just it's not going to pan out for you 9 times out of 10.
As long as you catch the ball out of the backfield, you should be all right. I mean, just the game's
Because
changed.
you guys saw
these
what's
days.
his name? What was it? The first 3 games, 5 games. Like his first game was great. They're starting running back
Edwards-Helaire.
Edwards-Helaire racked up, I think, 48 fantasy points his first Sunday, and then was gone. Went
Fell
down.
off the
Nothing
map.
after
You know,
that.
and he may have had turf toe or something.
Yeah.
Steve McNair played
Not
through
the-
turf
oh,
toe
Aaron
every year
McNair.
of his life.
Hey,
man.
Aaron McNair did play with turf
Do you
toe.
remember back in the
Double
day when
turf
dudes
toe.
used to get turf toe until they found a successful surgery off of that? They were done.
Yeah, Steve McNair.
Dude, their
He played
toe
with
would
it.
be like that big.
No, because it
dude.
separates. The
Yeah.
ligament from the toes separates. They did a video on it the one day.
I think I got turf toe
I think you do.
in my finger.
It's in your nose.
My bad.
I wanted to say,
Say it.
dude, move on from the NFL.
My bad.
Move on from the end.
We'll see. We'll talk more about free agency.
The
I don't feel like-
draft and-
Your wife said, "Thanks, hon."
Listen, you're welcome, babe. We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers coming out of darkness. I wish he would have stayed there.
Stays
You know
in
what I'm
the
saying?
cabin.
I wish he would have
Stayed
stayed
in
there.
his damn cabin, buddy.
Yeah.
Kumbaya.
I'm gonna go sit in darkness for 4 days to figure out my life.
Rub honey.
Come on to Atlanta and
I'm
hang
gonna-
out with me for a while. I'll let you figure out
I'm
life.
gonna rub honey on my nipples. Throw a freaking football, you bonehead.
I hope they trade him
hate
to the
his
Bears.
Shut your mouth. No, dude. No.
Look at his-
No.
He would retire.
Yeah, he
before
would.
played.
He would
know.
never. He would never. Dude, they hate him.
I was like, where did I go? My bad, Mike. I was like, whoa, we're in darkness right now. Yeah. All right,
told
so
ya.
look,
No,
we're
don't-
going to take a break.
Okay,
we're
I
going to
just
take a
wanna
break.
say this real
No,
quick.
we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And when we get back, we're going to get into the MLB baseball with the rule changes, a little bit of college basketball, the NBA. You're listening to the Penalty Box Radio, brought to you by Power 108.9, the station for the people.
Oh, we got breaking news out of baseball.
I told.
You can sell yourself out of here.
All right, man. So we're back. Jesse, what were you going to say, man, before we move on to a different subject?
I just wanted to. So we're on the cruise.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, once I paid for that upgraded internet package,
You started looking at some things, huh?
no little things would come through. Like I've got different news and sports things that
Yeah.
come through, and they were popping up couple different things with Aaron Rodgers in Seattle, Aaron Rodgers and other teams, and then one came through and it had nothing to do with the Steelers. But I said, Jack, you're not gonna. The Steelers are getting Aaron Rodgers. He goes, oh my gosh, no, he's garbage, Dad.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just kidding, son. He was so pissed. It
Yeah,
was
these
great.
kids, they're over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah,
right?
these young kids, they can't stand. They love the Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, of course. It's their
and,
generation of quarterbacks.
and the Joe Cools. You know,
Yeah. So what's up with MLB baseball, man?
Here we go.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on.
Listen, spring training games started yesterday with controversial, I said that right?
Yeah.
Ending to the Braves and Red Sox game. The game ended on a batter's clock violation of what they're calling this year because of the rule change. The bases were loaded in the bottom of the ninth, and the game was tied 6-6. It ended on the violation. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I love it before you guys get in there. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So are we talking about the standing in the batter's box?
Yep.
The 8-second rule?
Yep.
I love it, dude. Like, now you like, I know we all love baseball. I know you love baseball. I know you love baseball. All three of us could go to a baseball game and sit there for 19, 20 innings because we love the sport that much. A lot of people think baseball is boring.
Of course, because the game doesn't move too fast.
Because I really believe that it's not going to take off this first year, but if they stick with this rule, it's going to open up an outlet for people that don't love baseball because of that fact. That's why I like it. It's going to progress the game. It's going to go a lot faster. It's just controversial right now because it's the first time it's been exposed. Like, screw this. It cost us. No, it didn't. You knew the rule. You knew the rule going in. Sure. You didn't say anything in the second inning when you got called for it, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's like football. The clock runs out. The clock runs out, homie.
It runs
and
out.
NBA too. If you're out of bounds when you shot the ball, the replay says you're out of bounds.
I think it's going to be great. Like the shift, I like
the
it.
shift's gone. I
know,
love it.
Dude. That shift pisses me off, dude. Because there's certain guys, dude, that's the only way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like. It's like, dude, you've taken money out of this man's pocket. You're changing his baseball career. Like, he's focused on, now he's got to hit the ball this way, so that's all he's focusing on, and now he can't really grind it out. So now I think it's going to level that playing field a lot for ball players. So I like the new rules. I do.
Your
I
squad,
really do.
what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm unbiased about it. I don't care one way or another. I know that they made these changes based off of what fans gave their feedback about. You know, they wanted to see more offense in baseball, so making it where you can't shift is going to create more base hits, more runners on the bag.
Do you think it gets the home runs down now and strikeouts? I think so, because then they could go back to pure hitting again.
So here's what me and Mike were talking about this when you guys were talking in the elevator. I was telling Mike how I saw it was, so let's say you're coming up in 8 to 9 year old baseball, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever. You develop at that age, you're pretty much your go-to for the rest of your life as far as in sports, right?
Your wheelhouse.
So if a pitcher, let's say a pitcher's in, Little League Baseball, and so when you get up to, people have certain ticks.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So like rotating the ball in your hand 4 times, or wiping your hat,
hitting your ankle 4 times.
Yeah, they got something that their tick.
Right,
I call it their tick.
When you start, so let's say the pitchers that are now in the league. So let's take them back 15 years. They've been doing this 15 years, and their setup takes 24 seconds. Right, that they've been doing for 15 years.
Yeah, of course, they got to change that.
So then you got to somehow take off 4 seconds of that, which doesn't seem like a lot, but out of 20 seconds, that's 20% of the time allotted to make that pitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're taking away a lot of preparation time for that pitcher to get into his rotation and make his pitch. So where do you make the changes in that? It's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be more offense, in my opinion. Of course, fans are going to hate to see games,
ended that way.
All right, and the game's over. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine in playoff baseball if that call yesterday happened, or the World Series that would have happened? Can you imagine? Right now, that actually happened.
It would have been crazy.
That outrage.
That would have been nuts.
Or do they outrage against the player eventually because he didn't get his shit together?
Right.
Because in football,
a rule's a rule.
Football, we're going at it because it was a hold. The refs were doing their jobs. No, it was the refs' fault.
So I guess
why did you do that?
I guess my question in it, and I probably should have done more of my research on it. So when the pitcher's count clock starts, or when his clock ends, does the batter's box clock, are they a continuous clock?
No.
So once the pitch is done, the clock to get the batter in is one side. To get set up, and the pitcher clock just goes down.
Okay, so the pitcher's clock starts right when that ball gets back in his glove?
Yeah.
Okay, so his
I
clock...
think it's once it hits the glove. Once it hits a catcher's glove, right?
The pitcher's count starts right when the glove...
When the pitch is over.
Okay, so his
once the catcher gets it
again.
back to the pitcher, it starts clicking.
And then...
Within that time allotted is also the 8 seconds for the batter.
That's what I meant. Okay, so he's got to be ready and back in that box within 8 seconds.
And you can only call time one time. Bat.
Once
can you only throw over the first ones too?
Can you what?
Only throw over the first ones too, right? I need to look that up. I think you can only throw over to first base or any base one time, I think, or
Oh no! You're talking about pickoff.
yeah, pickoff. You can only
I think twice.
twice.
And
So
if
that's
you
going to bring
don't get
steals
it-
up.
Oh yeah, that's gonna bring massive steals.
And
up,
if you
dude.
don't get it on the second attempt, what is it? It's they don't give the runner the bag. I think it's a ball.
Got you.
It's
Yeah.
not-
one or the
it's-
other.
Okay.
So they're trying to bring back the game back in the day where there was base hits, there was stealing.
More often.
So
more
So
often.
basically.
Not more. I'm going to
These-
shift
what-
20
yeah,
players to one side.
What's
going to
be crazy is because this is the first year they've added more rules than any year before.
Of course,
They've
yeah.
only added one rule in the past
Yeah.
3 or 4 years each year.
And the bases
They're-
are bigger.
Yes, and they're adding all of these in this first season.
It's going to take a while.
And, no, it's going to take a while,
Yeah.
but literally they have spring training 2 months to get their shit together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be and it's gonna be a trial by fire for everybody.
Sure.
It's the
Like I
whole
said, you have to
MLB.
adjust everything that you've done
Dude, your
historically.
officials,
Yeah.
your officials got to get used to like, oh wait, was that the pitcher or the batter? Okay, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see way more managers. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
come out
Tossed.
pissed off. Oh, they're gonna get tossed because the ump's gonna be like, dude, it's not me. You heard it buzz just like I did. You know
They've been doing it in the minor leagues, though.
so a lot of
So
these
if you're
young cats
coming
are already
up,
gonna
they're
be
gonna be
ready
all
for
right with it.
The young cats are going to
Yeah.
be ready for
Well,
it.
these kids coming out of the minors, dude, they've been running
What, the robot?
Computer,
Yeah,
you know,
computer analysis for
no-
strikes
no
and
home
balls.
plate
No
umpire.
home plate umpire.
You know, the computer
There's
calls
no human
the
element in it
strikes.
no
That
more.
way it takes the human
that
error
I
out
don't
of
that
it.
I don't like. If they do that, like there's some games
I
I'm
like
like,
it.
oh my god, they need to get rid of that. But then it's just like, dude, this isn't baseball anymore.
But see,
I like it because
adjusts.
NFL does it with instant replay now, too. It's
Yeah.
the same
You're
thing.
right.
It adjusts per the batter.
well, they've got
too.
instant replay in baseball too.
No, but, go ahead. Because the strikes and balls are the same thing as me catching
Let's
it in
say
and out of
Ozzy
bounds.
Albies, for example, right? He's little, dude, right? He's got a strike zone.
That's
Yeah.
different than
Okay.
Aaron Judge's.
Then-
Aaron Judge,
Yes, you're
he
right.
is a lot bigger. His strike zone is different. A home plate umpire is calling a strike zone.
Yeah,
A
they
strike.
have their
Because
own
when they
zone.
get
They have their own
and,
zone.
and you'll hear even
Yeah.
when whoever's calling the game, they're like, that's where his strike zone's at today.
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
gonna have to
he's
adjust.
not getting those
and,
today.
and they're not and they're
Yeah.
not gonna do it, and they
It's a ball or a
won't.
strike.
And they won't
Because
you
they're
know?
getting paid how much money, and they've been doing this for years. They
Years.
have their own zones.
Yeah, and that's where it's gonna be. And these pitchers, they have to conform to that. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but to me, it just would.
I think it's fun, and it's going to be interesting this year to see how it goes.
That's where we're at in 2020.
It is where we're at in 2023, and the
But
fact
remember,
that
baseball's been lagging behind any other sport.
oh gosh, we've been in the dark
horrible.
ages in baseball.
Yeah, they're like 30
forever.
years behind everybody else.
But like you said, like in the minor leagues, they've been doing this stuff forever. It's gonna be that's why they're testing it out there, and they're gonna bring it. You know, I think this year in baseball, it's gonna be interesting.
so.
To watch.
So completely off topic from that, and moving forward in baseball, I don't know if you have seen, but Bally Sports is owned by Diamond Sports, the Diamond Sports Group,
Okay.
which they purchased rights to air professional sporting events from Fox for like 10.8 billion, right?
Really?
Yeah, some years
That's a
ago.
lot of
Yeah.
fucking money.
They haven't been able to keep up with the revenue they thought they were going to make
Because of baseball.
because of all these sports. So they have been making interest only payments. Well, February of this year, they're not
Bankrupt.
going. They're about to file.
You said
bankruptcy.
interest on? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, they haven't even been able to pay the principal. At
So
all.
who's going to get the Braves games?
So here's where.
So they're not making any money?
No, dude,
no,
you can't.
not
Yes.
nowhere close to
Not
what
even
they
close.
projected to make.
I heard about this.
So they have contracts with 42 professional sports teams. Valley Sports. Here's the good news though, going forward, is that if something was to
TNT
happen,
coming back?
you would
TBS?
think so. It affects blackouts,
Oh,
right?
man.
So
Yeah.
the MLB now has stepped up and said,
Well,
no matter what, sports fans, baseball
gonna
fans,
get your baseball.
Here is our opportunity to end blackouts
forever. Yeah.
So
I like that.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Where did you read that? Where was your source on that?
Man, I
Listen,
just,
he
you know,
doesn't
I
give
got-
away his
He
sources,
doesn't-
man.
His wife.
First of all,
his
listen.
wife's a good snooper.
Now, she ain't snooping for sports,
I
man.
know she
Lindsay
ain't.
ain't snooping for sports, is she? You ain't got to
No.
run out of love. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Listen, he'd
look
be
at
stupid
the
as hell.
business end of everything.
I like
too.
that.
That's
That's
a
cool.
42 professional team.
That's a
a
way
lot of
for them to
teams, dude.
step up and get out of the dark ages on sports.
It's
That's
four-
a good deal right there.
14
Yeah.
MLB teams Bally
Yeah.
Sports represents.
That's crazy.
Like down here, I could
crazy.
get the Yes Network. I could get the Yankees game back home anytime.
Oh no, I watch on my Fire Stick.
They will not let me buy the Yes Network down here, no matter where I look, because it's not. They
you
know,
serious?
because they know my location of my
I just
internet.
gotta give you my. I gotta give you my Fire.
I gotta break
my
into
Fire
this Fire Stick. But anyways,
No, I just gotta
neither
give you
here
one
or
of
there,
mine.
man. I got time for
'Cause
Fire Stick till after next
I watch
year.
161.
You know what I'm saying?
I watch 161 Cubs.
My TV's off every day
said
now.
I
I
watch
pay for
160.
cable, knowing that next year I'll be able to watch TV again. You know what I'm saying? So whatever
We'll get
happens,
you a Fire Stick in 2 years.
social media, little skits.
The day you graduate, there'll
guys.
be a Fire Stick there.
Thank you. Is
Fans
that my
vote.
graduation present?
Yes.
Good.
Fans vote put the Braves at the top of the list for chance to make the World Series this year. As far as fans voting.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah, like 24.8% of fans think the Braves will make the World Series this year. I know it's just
No, whatever. That's good.
yeah.
It's
So-
baseball. Everybody's gonna be there, ready to go, man.
It's
The rules change will be
I think
interesting.
it's gonna be
It's gonna be
fun
fun.
to watch these baseball games. Like just the reaction from people. Like you saw everyone, and that was just a spring game.
Yeah, how long
dude.
was the game
That was
yesterday?
a spring game.
How long was the game?
Our game?
Yeah, 2 hours
think
and
it-
29 minutes.
No, that
No.
was the Padres and Mariners.
So they got it under 2:30 like they want it.
Yeah, and that's
amazing.
That is amazing considering a baseball game can
3,
last
4 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, I've sat and watched
Yeah, that-
baseball games that were 5 hours before.
Think you come
dude.
down here where we're at now to the stadium and going to a Braves game at 7:00 at night.
Yeah.
You know you're done the next day at work because you ain't getting home till 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the game's gonna be over by 9:30. You're
gonna be
home
over-
by
you're
10,
home by
10:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Normal time I go to bed.
That's cool. And like I said, I believe
Yeah.
people that because baseball, how can you not like baseball? It's cool. They don't like the boringness of it of waiting on a pitch. Dude, I'm literally waiting 5 minutes to see the next pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I understand where you come from. Now that it's sped up, people are like, this is a fun game again.
You're just gonna find pitchers that do fast work, quick work.
And that's where you're going to separate. Like, I
Quick
think
work.
that's going to change things. Like he said, you shave 4 seconds off of Andy Van Slyke's pitch the way he used to set up.
Sure.
It changes the way he's a pitcher. You take 4 seconds off of Nolan Ryan, it changes the way. Is he really going to have that many strikeouts?
So it also goes into what Mike also said this is that, all right, so you're up there, right? And as a pitcher, you're not ready at 19 seconds. Do you just take the ball and just throw it out?
Just lob, yeah. Like,
throw
what
it
do you
out to your
do?
catcher, like pitch out? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
what do you? I
Or
didn't
just
think
take the
about
ball.
that.
Take
Why
the
waste the
ball.
arm or the pitch count?
Sure.
Because then what? There's another pitch on your count.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're all on pitch counts today.
Yeah.
Now I'm not throwing the ball.
Or
I'm
do
gonna
you just
pick the
turn and
ball.
try to do a pickoff real quick?
But
to
you only get
save
2 of
that
those.
Ah, so there's going to be strategy behind it.
Saying,
Yeah,
man.
it's going to be strategy. Like, dude,
What if there's no one on the
I'm
bat?
not mentally ready, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, it's going to be strategy like football, man, where you run the
Yep.
clocks out at certain times. What do you do? to
Oh,
stay
I
in?
didn't think about
man,
that.
it's gonna be
dude.
dope.
It is.
It's
gonna
going
be
to
dope.
start being strategy.
You don't like how the umpire, what he called the previous hit of the ball. You thought it was a strike, and you're like this, and next thing you know, 4 seconds is
Seconds
gone.
already gone.
You're
You're
already
like,
at
oh,
16 seconds.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, there's a lot that goes into this.
Which is nice because it makes the game more interesting.
Interesting
Strategy.
to watch.
Analytical.
Pressure.
Analytical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I like
cool.
it.
I like
We're going
it
to
a
be
lot.
dicing this up, man.
Hell
Hey, listen,
yeah.
dark ages are going away for baseball. I'm
Right.
excited. I've always liked baseball, but this is exciting.
It is exciting.
Bring it into a new era. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Woo! Let's go. Enough about spring training. Good luck this year, guys.
Good luck. Here
Huh?
we go.
Aaron Rodgers, get out of the
grind
cabin.
Good luck this year, guys. To us too. Good luck out there, guys.
Oh, yeah, get your news in there. Machado.
Yeah, get Machado in there, man.
What about Machado, man?
How you
You
just-
do.
they
Oh,
just
Machado, yeah. So Machado sent out a tweet. I think it was before, because I just saw this the other day, where I guess I'm going to be down 0-1 a lot this year because of the batter's clock violation.
Yes.
And he basically, because he takes forever to get ready, they nailed him on the first game for it. First game, down 0-1 because he took forever to get into the batter's box. So some of these guys may go down. I'm
Just to
trying
be
to get
like, hey,
ready.
dude, this I'm getting my
Yeah.
groove.
Oh, his money. What did he sign again? You tell him what they signed because you just said it.
11 for 350.
11 for 350. So that's
All I
his
do
second,
is win no matter
his
what.
second $300 million contract. and he opted out of this one so they could re-sign him.
Yep.
Well, he was going to opt out, so they just extended him.
300.
Smart move by him.
350.
Padres are
Get
spending
paid.
money.
Dude, the crazy thing about baseball, you guys know that it takes forever to get paid. You don't get paid until you're almost old.
They're
going to
change that too, and I hope they do
They
soon.
need to,
Arbitration.
Dude, those freaking kids, man, they're in the league 10, 15
They gotta
years
be 6
before they
years.
get paid, man.
6
they're living,
years.
They're living off of like
6 years.
$100,000.
Unless you're the Braves, then you sign everybody right away.
Dude, I saw this yesterday too. I didn't know this. So you know Bobby Bonilla Day
yeah, July
Right.
1st.
Yeah, he gets $1 million every.
from who?
The Mets. Yeah.
Did you know that he also gets 500,000 from the Orioles
I did
Oh,
not
I
know
did
that.
not know that.
Why?
every year?
Why?
Through like 28.
I
don't
did not know that.
I saw.
I know the Mets thing.
I saw it yesterday.
Smart man, you know
He
that
is
business
genius.
wise.
Freaking genius.
Smart.
Genius.
I was like, no, I did not know that.
That's why baseball is going to get a dark ages. You know that I saw a thing and I didn't read into it, so I don't know how to go into it. But real quick, the header, my wife always argues with me because I never read into it. It's like, hey, I saw this on the news, but what does it mean? Like, I don't know because I just read the header. She looks at me and just shakes her head. But I did see one in sports in different subject, you know, but MLB was saying something about the owners are going to fight a salary cap issue. So I don't know if that's being brought up. I saw it this morning. I didn't read into it enough to research to talk about it today. Maybe we'll get into it next time when we're on. But something about a salary cap to trying to bring to baseball. Scary.
Scary. It's very scary.
Because you know there's no cap. Everybody pays luxury tax.
taxes.
Luxury taxes.
What are they going to enforce it?
I want a cap. I want to see a cap because then it's like the NFL. You spread out the love.
I love when
There are
they,
no more $300 million people on your team.
Yeah.
I
but
love it when the Dodgers and the Mets spend all that money and then don't win it. I love that.
I know the feeling
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
I know the feeling
It-
of that. I
it's-
really
it-
do.
It does suck though. For like I said, and you guys know that those baseball players they play baseball forever and don't get paid, dude.
But then
And by
they
the
get
time
paid all this
paid,
money
get
and then
old-
they suck.
because they're 90 years old by the time they get a contract.
That's why they got to get the free agency salary cap.
And that's
You-
also
you could come
why-
straight out and get paid.
Like you
none of
look
this
at Chris
6
Bryant. You
years.
can look
Yeah.
back, Chris Bryant, 9 years in his career, dude. The dude for 15 years of his life, I think he maxed out. He made $1 million for 15 years, and then he finally got like you add up all his years. You know they're living on ramen noodles as well, dude. You know
Well, that's
what
why
I'm
they
saying?
started paying AAA guys, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
finally.
exactly why, right
Why?
there.
yeah.
So
Those
look,
guys were like. living
hopefully we'll do
like-
some more research.
From
We'll do
elbow
some
to
research
asshole.
for next time on that. But I think it's coming, and they said the owners were going to fight it. I don't know what the details were though.
Of course they're gonna fight it because
So-
they don't want to give anybody nothing. They don't.
College basketball. What do you guys think? I know. Here, let me get this in here, man.
get
College
it in there,
basketball.
please.
So we're a couple days away from March Madness, and I want to give a special shout out to Kennesaw State University. They are 23-8 on the season, and if they win the ASUN Conference tournament when they're going into March Madness, they're in the dance.
Are they the Cinderella story?
No, here's the deal. I mean, in their conference, they just won their conference. But now they got to go into March Madness and win their conference tournament. If they win that like any of these other small schools, they're in, dude. And I'm telling you, I'm on campus. It's hyped. There's signs everywhere. Come to the game or whatever. Dude, shout out to them, man. I guess they got a squad.
I was gonna say that's your squad.
Hey,
now,
that ain't
dude.
my squad, but
That's your
listen,
squad.
I ain't got no squad like that. Listen to me. Do they make the dance? What do you think, man?
I think
That'd
they
be
do.
dope.
They're going to make it as a 14 seed
Yup.
and knock off Miami.
They come through.
You think they're gonna win in the
Go-
first round? They
come through and
may.
be the Cinderella story like
They're not
Valparaiso University
They're going to knock
25
off number
years
3.
ago.
They're going to knock off a
Made it
number
to the
3
Sweet
seed.
16.
Listen,
Calling
Bryce
it right
Drew?
now. I'm calling it.
it's too late this season to go watch a game, but we should have went and watched them. Maybe I could have got free tickets.
You probably could.
You could have.
I ain't got time.
You're straight
So
in
I'm
student.
sorry.
You could have got free tickets.
I ain't got time for that shit, man.
What is it? What is it?
So listen, Kentucky's 20-9 on the season. Do they make the turn? Do they make it this year?
We don't.
Why not? You can't win the SEC.
No,
Alabama's
listen,
going to smoke
you
that
can't-
ass.
You can't limp into the tournament by only having 2 good
You're getting the
wins.
best player in college basketball next year,
doesn't-
straight out of Camden.
It doesn't matter.
Wagner's coming. You'll be all right.
It's okay. So how long have we been doing that?
You haven't done a splash like that in a very long time. Let's be honest.
How long have we been doing
You've been doing it a long time. But a splash like that type of player, when's the last time you got someone like that?
Who do you see at the top of basketball?
What do you mean, right now? Houston,
Past several years.
Houston, Alabama,
Purdue.
Baylor, Purdue.
Upperclassmen.
You think that's because they're doing 4-year seniors?
Yes.
Not Alabama.
Experience matters.
It doesn't
I'll tell you
college
what.
basketball.
Hire somebody
Change the
green
rule
tomorrow at our company, and then put them
So
on the
y'all are
biggest
saying a
job
lot
you
of
ever
these
find.
younger
I'm not gonna
kids
do
that are
it.
good are just dipping out to the NBA, and
They only do
and
one
the
year and
teams
they're
that
gone.
are sticking with these
upperclass.
Upperclassmen
upperclassmen.
are up there near the top, but do they win it all? Not
'Cause
all the
they're-
time.
But I'm
Not
saying,
all the
but
time.
their chemistry as a team is
yeah, of
amazing.
course, because you need that once you get into tournament play.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
But a lot of these, so because like I said, I don't follow NBA like that. So are there still kids? Are there still kids that come out of high school?
No.
No, they
No, you
can't. You got to
can't.
do 1 year of college. They haven't changed the rule back,
stopped
which I
with
hope
Kevin
they do.
Durant.
So okay, so was it LeBron?
Did they
or
stop with
Durant
Durant?
the
No,
last time?
they stopped before LeBron James.
No,
they
LeBron James
stopped
did it.
with- LeBron did
LeBron
it. They
went to
stopped-
high
LeBron did it.
school.
So
They
did KD.
forced Kevin
KD
to go to
to
Texas.
college. Yeah, they forced him to go to Texas. That's when it started.
I heard too from, and I don't know how true this is. My son said that LeBron's son is in
Oh,
college right
LeBron-
now. He's
No, next
supposed to
year.
be
They say
good.
that's
Next
the only
year.
Or he's
reason
supposed to-
LeBron
he's-
is still playing,
No.
which is
He's
lying.
because he wants to play with his
Listen
son.
to me. He's a senior right now. He's
Okay,
not in college
senior. That's
yet.
what I meant, senior,
Says he
sorry.
go to any college. He's undecided yet, but people are talking about he's only top 26 right now.
Yeah.
Really?
He ain't no Wagner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not the number one player in the country like LeBron
Really?
was. Yeah.
So he's not that like. I mean, he's not that
It's
great.
like,
huh?
did you ever hear about Michael Jordan's son playing
No.
basketball?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
cool.
went to college. You know where he went? Illinois. He never made the NBA. So it depends.
It
the
does.
DNA may not be
You
there.
ain't just getting
Stripped from it 'cause your dad.
You get to go to college based
Of
on
course.
that full ride, whatever. But
Absolutely.
you ain't going pro.
And it don't even matter. You don't even need a full ride. Your dad's
Yeah.
LeBron James. He can pay for it all the way.
Right. You ain't going pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a business decision. That ain't emotional.
Yeah, so so we all know like
You're
there's
right,
we all know there's a glitch in the basketball matrix, college basketball
Yeah.
matrix right now because Alabama is the number one team in the country. And I'm being serious, it's crazy. So Brandon
Tennessee beat
Miller,
'em, though.
Brandon Miller scored 41 points on his return to the team after being arrested on a murder case that took place back on January 15th. Miller provided a gun to a friend who turned around and used that gun in a murder. Miller was cleared of any charges in the case. What are your thoughts, real quick, before we get out of here, on that situation?
I wouldn't have been cleared.
I talked to Tracy this morning. Constitutional right. That's why he was cleared.
I wouldn't have been cleared. They'd have hosed me.
No, I mean maybe yes, but and
So that would be like Yate coming to my house and said,
Yes.
"Hey man, I need to borrow your gun."
And
But
you went
if
and
I
killed
didn't know,
your
if
what?
I just like, yeah, okay, what do you?
yeah,
want
and
it
he
for?
went and murdered somebody. You're not at fault.
But that's what I'm saying. But what if?
There's
do
no
you
what ifs.
ask? But I'm saying, what do you need it for?
Well, you're supposed to. It's responsible. But are
I-
you? He could say he's going to the gun range to try out your guns like everybody
That's what I'm
does here in
saying.
Georgia, and he goes.
But
and kills
if I
somebody,
don't
it's not your
ask,
fault.
if I don't ask questions, then I'm definitely not liable.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just figure it out, man. Because back in Jersey, you would have got smoked, man.
Yeah, I love when his fucking ghetto ass gangster shit. He's like, you know what, dude? Shut the hell up. Figure it out, man, because you would have got
I asked
smoked.
Tripped about it. I guess it's
You would've
okay,
got
man.
smoked.
So, anyways, they got him back. He's balling out. Good for him. He didn't. All
Dude,
charges
was he
were cleared.
locked up?
Yeah, I mean they were straight arrested him, but
Yeah.
they cleared him of all charges because the other dude actually killed the girl or whatever. It was
They'll have a
horrific.
deep
man.
run. They'll have a deep run in the tournament.
I don't think they
They
win.
don't
it all.
win it.
No.
They don't win it.
We'll
Well-
talk about who wins it here in a couple weeks. You know.
It's that time, guys.
Yeah, so I'm going to do some of my notables, and Jesse, you could take us out. The Atlanta Hawks are 30-30 on the season, are 5-5 in their last 10 games. They fired their head coach once again this past week. This is like the second coach 3 years or something like that. They're looking to hire Quinn Snyder for their next head coach. Good luck moving through after the All-Star break. I think Trae Young, I know there's been a lot of social media posts about, people running him out of town. You're not a leader, bro. Get your shit together. My personal opinion in sports. I don't care if anybody has an opinion on that. Get your shit together. The Los Angeles Lakers are 28-32 on the season. Who cares what they've been in their last 10? I bring them up because everybody's a LeBron hater. Jesse, take us out, man.
Hey, man, we thank you. We appreciate you guys for tuning in every 2 weeks to us and just listening to us talk about what we love so much, hanging out, talking about sports. We appreciate it. You can follow us on all the platforms, all the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, every bit of it. Until next time, signing off.
We'll see you in a couple weeks, man. Trae Young, get your shit together, man.
That's what he said.
Deuces.
He said, Trey.
I can't rap. Doesn't matter. I'm the bat.